Hi folks, Dan Morgan again. Folks, this is a little bit of a different video series, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background on why we've created it. This video series is called What Bugs Me. And what this is a collection of anecdotes relating directly to experiences that we've had in the many years that we've been in business. And essentially, what these are I'm going to convey to you the situations essentially of inequity, okay? Things that we run into rarely. It's not very often that we run into them, but we've been in business long enough now that we have quite a collection of them. And I thought, you know, when a technician comes into the office, or I've been out and I see something, and I come into the office and I'll tell people about it, and there's a lot of shaking their heads going, are you kidding? Is that for real? And yeah, it is for real. So rather than just shake our heads in the office and just leave it at that, I thought, you know, why don't we make a video series? We'll tell you about some of the things that we've experienced, and some of these stories are unbelievable. And that hopefully will do two things. Number one, if you're going through a situation like we're going to tell you about in any of these videos, you'll know that you're not alone. And number two, we might actually be able to help you with it. Okay? So I'm going to start with the first story that I'm going to tell you. Okay? And I'm going to tell you what bugs me. So we have this client. She's one of the loveliest people that you'll ever meet in your entire lifetime. She's in her 80s. She has a 42-year-old grown son. And her son regularly and deliberately comes to her house and gives her bed bugs. And she's absolutely beside herself. And this has happened 4 or 5 times now over the last year. And every time that he comes in and brings bed bugs with him into the house, we go to her house, we treat for her, and we fix the problem. But it's a consistent over and over reinfestation. We know exactly where it's coming from. He doesn't even deny it. He has it in his duffel bag. You know, when he'll sleep in one place or another. When he runs out of places to stay, he goes and stays with his mom and gives her bed bugs. So after having a talk with him and saying, listen, I'm going to tell you how you can prevent giving your mom bed bugs, with the assumption, my assumption, that he didn't want to give his mom bed bugs. Well, maybe I shouldn't have assumed that, because when I gave him the practical tips, it's very simple, on how not to bring bed bugs into his mom's house, he laughed at me and walked away. That's what bugs me.